Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection to a double game week 34. The game weeks are coming at us thick and fast, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment what players are you thinking of bringing in for your team for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, I'm not going to go over how I'm currently doing in game week 33. I've only had Watkins play. He blanked, so I'm only on 2 points at the moment. A little bit of a red arrow, but obviously you've still got the rest of my team to play. The Mings header and clean sheet wasn't great because I think like 20% in the top 10k own him, so that wasn't fantastic, but it's just how it goes. Let's go into my team selection for double game week 34 though. In goal, we do have Raya, who's got Forest at home. He's just the better keeper to play this week in comparison to Kepa, who's got Arsenal away. So yeah, I don't know. It's always one of those things. As a Forest fan, I want us to score, but obviously as a Raya owner, I'd like him to keep a clean sheet. Perfect scenario is that we win 2-0, but Raya saves 2 penalties or something like that. That would be absolutely ideal, but that's not going to happen. Either way, Raya at home to Forest. At the back, we've got a couple of double game week players. I've got Estepinian, who's got Wolves at home and Man United at home. Trippier, who's got Southampton at home. And then Shaw, who's got Villa at home and Brighton away. So a couple of double game week players there, sandwiched with Trippier in the middle, who obviously has Southampton at home, which is a very, very nice fixture. You'd expect them to keep a clean sheet in that game, but Newcastle can't seem to keep clean sheets at all at the moment. As well as that, Arsenal conceded 3 at home to Southampton. So anything is possible, but I do have 2 free transfers, so I could easily get rid of a defender this week and play those ahead of Trippier. But I don't know if I want to do that. I feel like Trippier could really do well against Southampton at home. Just because he doesn't have a double game week doesn't necessarily mean he's not a better pick. Like, if Estepinian concedes against Wolves and then also concedes against Man United, you know, he's not going to get a massive haul if he gets like no attacking returns, whereas Trippier could get like a clean sheet and an assist and could finish on like 12 points or something like that. So it's one of those things, but either way, that is the back line. In midfield, this is where it all gets a little bit tricky, and which is where my two free transfers are most likely going to be used. We've got Fernandez, who's got Villa at home and Brighton away. Now, reports are suggesting, obviously I'm recording this before any games kick off on Wednesday, even though they play Thursday, but there's reports suggesting that Fernandez is not going to be traveling to the Spurs game. So that's why this could easily go south. You know, if he is out for like a while, if he is due like a spell on the sidelines, then I will have to get rid of him. If he is because obviously we're going to have the press conference today as well. Of course, I'm recording that before that happens, but you know, if Ten Hag says, you know, he's going to miss Spurs but he's going to be back for Villa, then obviously I'll keep him in my team. It all depends on the situation. Like, yeah, it would be nice to go early and sort like money situations out, but there's not many game weeks left. I don't think I'm going to be highly hit by the money situation, but either way, Fernandez, we've got Matoma and March, who've got Wolves at home and United at home, and then I've also got Rashford, who's got Villa at home and Brighton away. So all in all, pretty nice midfield, all got double game weeks, but again, the Fernandez situation is just, I've been so unlucky with United players. Rashford got injured, Shaw got injured, I missed out on like 3 clean sheets because Shaw got injured, and those 3 games Fernandez played deep. Also definitely should have got returns with like the amount of chances he was creating, and then when Shaw and Rashford get back, Fernandez is then injured. I honestly, this season I've been very, very unlucky. I've got a decent rank, but I've been so unlucky with things like that. It's been really, really annoying. Anyway, those are the midfielders though, and then up top we've got Haaland, who's got Fulham away and West Ham at home. We've got Kane, who's got Liverpool away, and then Watkins, who's got United away. And the bench is Kepa with Arsenal away, Saka with Chelsea at home, Botman with Southampton at home, and then Henry, who's got Forest at home. So it's actually a pretty decent bench as well. But obviously, I do have 2 free transfers, and they are going to be used. I might even be taking a -8 this week. It is just one of those situations. I want to really attack this double. It's the last big, like, double game week. Obviously, there's a few more as well in, like, 36, 37 or whatever. But this is the one that I really, really want to attack. So let's move on to the transfer situation. I've got 1.1 mil in the bank. I've got 2 free transfers, and this is how we are kind of laid up. So it depends all on Fernandez. If Fernandez is out, you know, for the next few games, then obviously I'll be getting rid of him this week. And an easy swap is for Salah. Of course, I will need to make funds elsewhere simply because I just don't have enough to go from Fernandez straight to Salah. So I'll be 2.4 off it, which, you know, is a little bit unfortunate. But I'd have Salah in. And then what I'd probably do is just get rid of Saka and maybe bring in Grealish. He's the only midfielder I could arguably, I guess, say that it's fine to bring in. There's not really many other players that have got double game weeks, and that are decent to bring in. So obviously I've still got minus 1.3, so I still need to take a hit to be able to bring these players in. So the other option obviously would be to take out Kane and bring in Isak, which obviously I'm going to want Isak anyway because he does have the double in 36, and he's probably going to be my captain that game week as well. So I'll probably be bringing Isak for that anyway, so it'd just be kind of getting ahead of the curve. And then I still have 3.4 mil in the bank. So this is the situation. Do I take another hit and bring in Trent for Henry, and then I can play Trent, Shaw, and Estepinian at the back that have all got double game weeks, and then obviously all my midfielders will have double game weeks, and then obviously I'll play Haaland and Isak. So I'll only have Raya and Isak who don't have a double game week, and then I can have, I'll have 9 double game weekers, and I think that'd be pretty decent. The only problem is, do I want to take a -8? I can obviously afford this. I have like 0.4 mil in the bank, so I can just afford this. To be fair, by the time that I'm making these transfers, that'll probably be like 0.1 because there's going to be so many price changes getting players in and out this week, and Fernandes is definitely going to drop, and Trent is probably going to get rise. Salah might rise again, Isak might rise, and Grealish might rise. So yeah, I could be literally locked out of this in a couple of days. So that's one way I could do, and I don't know. I don't necessarily think I need to bring in Trent though. Like, is it worth it? It's Trent who's got a double plus a -4 against Trippier who's got Southampton at home. I don't know. Like, Liverpool aren't great at the back, and they could easily concede against Tottenham, and they can easily concede against Fulham. And Trippier who's got Southampton at home, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a bit silly to bench him. And I think just Shaw, Trippier, and Estepinian is fine. And I don't necessarily think I need another double game week player because Liverpool don't have any other doubles as well. I mean, I don't need Henry. Like, Henry is, like, obviously a player I can easily get rid of. I need Botman and Trippier for the double in 36. Obviously, I need to keep Estepinian and I need to keep Shaw. So the only defender I could get rid of is Henry. The other thing I could do is obviously get rid of a keeper. And instead of bringing in Trent, I could bring in Edison. And that's, you know, not something I'm definitely ruling out. But at the same time, Forest at home, that is kind of clean sheet worthy. But if I do get rid of Raya and bring in Edison, that obviously is a -8, but I'd just be playing Edison for the remainder of the season. So I could do that, which is, again, another -8. Do I want Trent? Do I want Edison? I feel like there'd be higher upside playing Edison, but that does also cancel out an extra Man City spot. But I'm not really going to bring in any City defenders. The midfielders, I can't really get rid of any of these, and I'm not going to really get rid of any forwards for any City forwards because apart from Haaland, there's not really any sure starting City players. Like, Alvarez would be a really good option if he got minutes and stuff, but he just doesn't. So that could be another situation I take, which is obviously another -8, and then we're sorted with that whole situation. However, though, if Fernandes is fine, that's where it gets a little bit tricky because obviously I won't have all the money in the bank to be able to do that. So let's say Fernandes is fine. Obviously, I still want to bring in Salah, and I'll still need to get rid of like Kane for it. So yeah. All in all, in a perfect situation, Fernandes is fine, and I don't have to take hits all over the place to bring in like these players. So let's say Fernandes is fine. Obviously, I'll be getting rid of Salah for I'll be getting rid of Saka for Salah. That's -3.8 in the bank. I would still like to bring in Isak though, just simply because I'll want him for that double game week anyway. And then what I could probably do is just get rid of Raya and just bring in Edison, and that's just for one hit. I feel a lot more comfortable doing this because it's only one hit. I can still afford it, and then I still have 5 double game week players, and then obviously I have Haaland and Isak. So in a perfect scenario, Fernandes is fine, and then I can just play Edison, I can play Shaw, Trippier and Estepinian, and then I can play these 5 midfielders and then play Haaland and Isak. That would be so perfect, but because of how my season's gone and how unlucky I've been with FPL injuries and stuff, that probably isn't going to happen. So I'm probably going to have to go for the first option and get rid of Fernandes for Grealish, and then maybe depend on that, maybe bring in Edison or not. I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do with that situation. So yeah, it's a tough one. I'd really like Fernandes to be fine because then we're just kind of sorted. But yeah, I probably just wouldn't bring in Edison if Fernandes is fine. So I'll be taking a hit regardless this week, but if Fernandes is fine, it'd benefit me a lot more. So this is the direction I'll take if Fernandes is injured, and then if Fernandes isn't injured, we'll just be bringing in Salah, Isak, and Edison. So yeah, this is what I want it to be like because I think the team's looking really strong for double game week 34 with only one hit. But yeah, it all depends on Fernandes. So praying the Portuguese masterclass does find his fitness and gets better for double game week 34. I'm fine with him missing Spurs because I didn't even play him anyway. But that protective boot picture, that really like kind of worried me, but we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, though, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment. What is your team looking like for Double Game Week 34? Subscribe if you're brand new. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. But until next time, peace.